At 3 o'clock in the morning, a student is awake in their dorm room. Their laptop is open, their phone is buzzing, their chest feels tight. They're falling behind in classes. They don't want to disappoint their family. And they keep telling themselves they'll deal with it later. But later never comes. That student sits in class the next day. They laugh with friends, look completely fine, and no one knows they're struggling until it's too late. Today I want to talk about something that affects every single person in this room. Whether you're already in college, attending community college, or planning to go someday. I argue that North Carolina colleges and community colleges should require confidential annual mental health screenings for all students to identify problems early, prevent crises, and support student success. Why this matters to you. Mental health isn't an abstract issue, it's personal. College students face academic pressure, financial stress, social isolation, and major life transitions. Community college students often balance full-time work, family responsibilities, and school. High school students here today will face these same challenges within the next few years. Mental health affects your grades, your motivation, your relationships, and in some cases, your safety. This issue matters to all of us, whether we realize it yet or not. The growing problem. This isn't just a feeling. The data is clear. According to the American Psychological Association, nearly 1 in 3 college students report experiencing significant anxiety or depression. The Centers for Disease Control reports that mental health struggles among young adults have increased steadily over the past 2 decades, not decreased. This is not a temporary trend. This is a long-term shift. Local evidence. Here in North Carolina, the problem is even more visible. In 2025, the UNC system released data showing sharp increases in mental health emergencies, counseling waitlists, crisis intervention across campuses. Several student deaths across North Carolina colleges this past year, pushed universities into emergency response mode. Counseling centers are overwhelmed, not because they don't care, but because demand has outpaced capacity. Why current systems fall short. Most colleges rely on voluntary counseling services, but here's the problem. The students who need help the most are often the least likely to seek it. Students don't want to feel weak. They don't want to admit they're struggling. They think they can push through. So what happens? Students wait, students struggle, students fall through the cracks. The proposed solution. The solution is simple, preventative, and evidence-based. North Carolina should require annual confidential mental health screenings for all students enrolled in public universities and community colleges. These screenings would be brief and non-invasive, occur online or in person, flag only students who may be at risk. This is not therapy, this is a check-in. How they work. Think of this like an annual physical. We don't wait for a heart attack to check blood pressure. We don't wait for vision loss to schedule an eye exam. Mental health deserves the same preventative approach. Screenings would be reviewed by trained professionals, and only students identified as high risk would receive follow-up support. All information will be protected under HIPAA, meaning it remains confidential and secure. Why this policy works. Research consistently shows that early identification saves lives. According to a peer-reviewed study by Alex Priest in the Journal of College Counseling, early mental health screening reduces emergency hospitalization, suicide risk, academic withdrawal. Let me put it this way. Screen to notice early, screen to prevent crisis, and screen to protect students. Privacy concerns. Our common concern is privacy. Some people worry, I don't want my personal information shared. That concern is valid and already addressed. Screenings would be completely confidential, protected under HIPAA, not shared with professors, administrators, or peers, and your grades don't reflect your mental health, and neither would these screenings. Addressing cost concerns. Another concern is cost, but prevention is far less expensive than crisis response. According to research by Talia Greystone, emergency hospitalizations, students' withdrawals, and campus crisis responses cost significantly more than preventative care. When students drop out due to mental health struggles, schools lose tuition, states lose educated workers, and families lose stability. Screenings don't cost more, crises do. Why mandatory matters? Some ask, why not keep screenings optional? Because optional systems don't reach the most vulnerable students. Making screenings required normalizes mental health care, removes stigma, ensures no one is invisible. Optional misses, required protects. Who benefits? The policy helps everyone. Students get help sooner, counseling centers manage workloads better, families gain peace of mind, schools improve retention and safety. And the state benefits from healthier, more successful graduates. This isn't about control, it's about care. Now imagine a different kind of campus. A campus where warning signs are caught early, where no student struggles alone, where support arrives from before tragedy. That future is possible, but only if we choose prevention over reaction. So today, I ask you to support, Today, I ask you to support annual mental health screenings in North Carolina colleges. Act for student safety, act for student success, act for the future of North Carolina education. Because the students who need help most are often the ones who never ask. And we have a responsibility to see them before it's too late. Thank you.